Well, hello, everybody. Sorry, I'm not centered. I'm all scooting over. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Cocktails and Rocktails with me, your most notorious groupie, Alice Mouse, author of this little guy, right? Big guy. Biggest groupie book ever, not even half the story. And these other little books right here, these little books we're going to get into today. So hit those little fingers, my merchandise, funny t-shirts, stuff, that nobody else is willing to do. Everybody's doing the same old groupie with the band t-shirts. Not me, peeps. So go down in that description, hit that link tree, find my funnies, and come back and tell me what you think. Okay. Sorry, I'm feeling so awkward lately, and I'm probably awkward right now, and it's never awkward for me to be so thankful to everybody here that is doing so much, just sending me so much love, friendship, sisterhood, brotherhood, whatever hood. You guys friggin' rock. I cannot thank everybody here enough, and everybody who's helping me progress with this channel, whether you're sharing it, whether you're talking about it on, Reddit or wherever, TikTok, wherever. People helping me get interviews. Desiree has gone above and beyond. There's been quite a few people, so thank you. Truly, truly, from the bottom of my heart and soul, for being a real fucking rock and roll family and everybody having each other's back and seeing the bonds that you guys are creating with each other. Thank you for that. Thank you for lifting me up when I have been pretty fucking down and not feeling the best of myself. And the best of myself, you guys know today's topic. I did write 3 other little mini books that I am going to get into print. I just need so many pages to be able to print it out. I'm going to print some, on my own and give them away, but that's all coming in the next few months, probably early January. And these little books, it's a little series of how to be a groupie 101, how to flirt with the rock star, and we're going to do a reading from A Groupie's Guide to Life on the Road today. I think there's a couple things that I forgot to put in there, so I may have some things to add. And what I'm going to add is we're finishing up our whiskey bourbon barrel stout from Boulevard. Really nice little, ooh, love that percentage. Like I say, I like my enjoyment at least 11 inches. No, I'm kidding. Eric Carr, man. Whew, brother. Anyway, all right, so everybody, grab your whiskeys and stouts or whatever makes you happy. Kick up your feet, and let's have a little cocktail and rocktails. Cheers, big ears. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Oh, like I said in the previous video, when I opened this up, I really do think that they changed the whiskey that they're using. So it's got a little more sweetness to this whiskey stout. I likes it. All right, so we're going to be reading from this little guy, The Groupie's Guide to Life on the Road. And these are just tongue-in-cheek, stupid little things I put together that I thought were funny one day. Other people thought they were too. Some do, some don't. But yeah, they're just tongue-in-cheek, goofy little 10-page little books. So, all right. So we're going to start out. So you became a groupie and learned how to flirt with the rock star and actually landed one who wants to see you again. Well done, my dear. Golf clap for everybody. But what next? The road. That's what's next. No idea what to do when you get there? Never fear. I'm here to give you a few tips and what to expect when joining the circus. Number 1. The golden rule. This is a rule. Now, this was, if you ever saw that defunct show, Roadies, this was talked about by Tim Gallup, who they interviewed for that show. He was a longtime Metallica roadie, worked with a bunch of bands, sadly passed away a couple years ago. Good friend, really nice guy. Super sad that he's gone, because we had kept trying to plan to get together, but they had interviewed him and for that show, and this is one of the first things that he said, and this is one of the things that I had on my website, my old website, my original one that I took down a long time ago. Anyway, but number 1, thing you need to know on the road, the golden rule. The golden rule is exactly what it sounds like. Only gold in the tour bus toilet. Because, ladies, let me tell you, touring is not for the weak. There are so many different things you can and cannot do that would shock your little hoo-ha. It would. Your precious little bow-tied, pinked-up hoo-ha. It would just shock you. This is the hardest one to deal with. So only gold in the tour bus toilet. No number 2, no paper, used gloves, that we talked about last week in the safety episode. No used gloves or drugs that need to be hidden. Don't never flush your drugs down the tour bus toilet. You want them back. Oh, not getting them back from there. Okay. So you are one of at least 12 people on that bus, and they don't pay the driver enough to take care of your shit. Literally. If number 2 is screaming to get out and there's no rest stop anywhere soon, grab a plastic grocery bag, drape it in the toilet, put the seat down, do your business, and when done, throw it out the bus window and careful of any cars following behind. And as they say, the road is so glamorous, because that's true. You can only go number 1, no toilet paper, no nothing in the tour bus toilet. It's not your sexiest moment. Because sometimes you just got to go. You wake up and that groundhog is like, I'm coming out. There, you don't have a choice, bitch. So, all right, number 2. So you meet your desired lead singer, favorite guitar player, or accidentally ended up in bed with the drummer. You liked each other past the drunken night before, and he wants to see you out on the road. First and foremost, make sure he buys you your plane ticket to and from. If taking off spur of the moment on the bus, make sure he buys your ticket home. Always have standards. It's kind of like a date. If you're dating a musician, keep your standards. If you want to go Dutch, that's on you. But plane tickets are not cheap, ladies, and rock stars are not poor. Most of them. Anyway, so, okay. If taking off spur of the moment, make sure he buys your ticket home. And of course, make sure you're invited. Don't ever just show up on your own accord. Unless you know him for a long time. So we've done that a couple times, surprised the guys, and it turned out okay. But there was at least one time that it did not. It will blow up in your face. And if you're not invited, you just had a one-night stand, he said bye, didn't get your phone number, and you show up at a couple gigs down the road, ooh. I was going to say stalker written all over it. All right, don't just show up on your own accord. You never know who is out with him at the moment or who he may be feeling his chemistry with at the hotel bar when you're not there. Most importantly, make sure that you have your own money. This will ensure you are never stuck in a corner. And just a side note, if he asks you to go back to the hotel with him, make sure it's in the same city or state, because again, learned that one the hard way. So yeah, when the guy asks you to go out on the road with him, go, but Mick Jagger was always notorious for telling the women to book their own plane tickets and pay for them. I told him, make it happen. Call me back when you've got the information. So there's your 3 golden words. I want to see you. I've got a few days off in Fargo next week. Okay, make it happen. Call me back with the itinerary. Yeah. There you go. And there's always going to be etiquette on the road. Like I said, the tour bus toilet, if you just happen, if they don't have a plane or they're not flying you out and you just happen, they're like, hey, come back to the hotel with me, and you don't realize that it's not in Seattle, that it's in Oregon. I think it was actually in Montana. Spokane or some shit. Anyway, so make sure you carry a toothbrush with you just to be on the safe side. But make sure that they're going to get you home safe. That's rock and roll for me. That it always kept me safe. And ladies, never compromise your comfort zone. Never compromise feeling safe and respected. Ladies, gentlemen, anybody in between, whatever, never compromise yourself with that. And don't force other people to compromise. All right. Now that your bags are packed and you're settled into the road, realize that the tour bus or plane you are riding on is the band's or the crew's home. You are a guest. Act accordingly. Follow the golden rule. Don't moan too loud during sex, keeping the other guys awake, and never, and I mean never, touch the socks randomly lying around the hotel floor on any bus, because we all know what those are. They've got discarded children in them. Yeah. I stepped on one once and it was fresh. Yeah, avoid the socks like landmines, ladies, gentlemen, and everybody in between. So, right. Understand that when you hit the road with your man, you're basically living together. You are never more than 200 more than 20 feet away from each other unless you are sitting at the FOH during the show. You are going to be confined into a hotel room where shitting, showering, shaving, pripping, sleeping, eating, and farting are going to happen. This is a major place where the confidence and comfort not only in yourself but in your man and your connection come into play. Don't be afraid to go about your beauty ritual or to fart. It's all part of being real with him and making this little world a safe zone for you both. He will find it cute if you fart and funny because you will always be in a great sex haze. So yeah, just don't worry. Be at home in that hotel room like he is. Just don't be afraid, because I do have people asking me, like a long time, my friend Nashville, Nicole, I love you, girl, you fucking rock, I miss you. But she was like going out on the road for the very first time with this one lead singer, and she's like, I don't know what to do, and I told her, I said, just be yourself, do your beauty routines, just get ready like you would at home, sleep like you would at home, unless you sleep with sweatpants on. Hotel room, you're probably going to be sleeping naked. So yeah, just get ready like you would do at home. You're going to have to shit. Don't run down to the lobby and shit there. I mean, that's kind of stupid. You just bring a lighter, bring a match, whatever. Just be comfortable, because like I said, this is your second date and you're basically living together. You are confined in the hotel room, the bus, the plane, the dressing room, the gig, the restaurant, anywhere you're going. You guys are never 20 feet from each other. So you better have a really fucking good comfort zone, not just within yourself, but with each other. Not just you with him, but him with you, because he's a rock star. He's thinking the same things. He's just as worried about, oh my God, I have to shit in front of this girl. What if I fart in front of her? He's thinking the same things. So meet in the middle. Leave those thoughts behind. All right. Now, you become your man's caretaker and he is yours. There has to be trust between you both, because you are running off around the world with him and he is letting you into his world. Seriously, like I always say, you guys don't know how much trust we had. We were kids, lying to our parents, saying we were camping and we were really in fucking Switzerland at some death metal show with the band. I mean, I've never been to Switzerland. That just sort of came out of my head. But Denver with Def Leppard, Seattle with Metallica, Phoenix with Dangerous Toys. We were lying. We're camping. My mom thought I loved to motherfucking camp. So you are trusting your safety, getting home, everything into this guy's hands. All right? All right. So the number one thing is a groupie hears on the road is go take care of your man. It is. Because you give a break. I had to take care of Lane Stanley. He wasn't even my man. I had to take care of his fucking... Oh. And he was going through withdrawals. I love Lane Stanley, don't get me wrong, but it was very tedious because all I wanted to do was go out and watch show, hang out with Lollapalooza and have drinks. Smoke some weed. No, I had to sit there and take care of Lane for a couple hours. All right. So that's the number one thing you're going to hear, because the tour manager doesn't have to take care of him. His fucking guitar tech doesn't have to take care of him. His whatever road friend is kind of falls into that role that has to go take care of him. You're giving these guys a break by being with that man. Go take care of your man. Like when I had to pull James Hetfield out of the gutter, I was fucking 17 years old. My high school prom was going on across the street. Yeah. And what do I hear from Paul? Go take care of your man. He's lost. Go take care of your man. I mean, we all take care of each other. Don't get me wrong. It's a give and a take situation. It's an equal, opportunity. But yeah, that's the one thing you're going to do. You're going to hear. This can mean anything from helping him to his stage pants after overdoing it on the road to picking his drunk ass out of a gutter in a city whose name you can't remember. It was Salt Lake City and James Hetfield. So be prepared for anything. And don't worry, rockers are the most respectable, protective men in my experience. You will be safe, but always have a backup plan just in case. Just like they have that one extra room at all times, just in case. Never forget that. So you're backstage, it's a show day, your man has an interview or is doing sound check, and you want to wander into catering or the bathroom, but that pesky road crew is in the way, right? No, honey. You're in their way. This is their workplace, and they have an extremely tight schedule to get through. Stay out of the flow of the road cases and local crew guys. Those local guys have a grudge and will run you over with those motherfucking road cases. You may be with the band, but there would be no tour to go on if it weren't for them, for the road crew. They get shit together. Stay out of their way. Let them be and step aside and stay out of that area. Step over cables and don't eat like a pig in catering. That one was just sort of silly. All right. So you've been out on the road for the weekend, a couple weeks, or maybe even stretched it out to a couple months in Europe. But we all know the show must end and go on without you. Because it does. We all have to go home sometime, don't we? Whether it's your home or somebody else's. But we all know the show must go on without you. A groupie's time is always limited. Know when to say goodbye and tell your man if you want a window seat or an aisle. All good things must come to an end, so get out while the sex is still good and he'll want to see you the next tour. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. These are the basics you need to know before hitting the road with the band. Follow these and you will never follow the tour bus again. You'll be on it. Have fun with it and never take things too seriously, for if you do, you'll end up on the bus floor with the bunk socks. Cheers, big ears. Sorry, I had to stop because, like I said, I still have the COVID cough, and talking a lot really kind of exasperates that. So, yeah, but there you go. That's your basics to the guy in the road. Be respectful of the gig. Be respectful of your man. Don't go wandering off to go fucking guitar player of the opening band. Because guess what? He won't make sure your ass gets home safe. That was one of the ones I left. Respect the boundaries. Respect yourself. And if you have to shit, if you have a choice between shitting in a bed, shitting in a bag in the tour bus toilet, or on the side of the road, always go for the side of the road. Trust me, it's less mess. And because you're trying, in that bag, and then you try and throw it out the window, and you're like, no, on me. So I'll leave you with that. I always like to leave a little bit of awkward sometimes. So there you go, just a few guide to, being on the road. And like I said, ladies, if he asks you to go out on the road, meet me in St. Louis, make it happen. Call me back with the itinerary or email me. Send me the link. Yeah. So, most important thing to know. And make sure it's a round trip ticket. Because when you're going home. Tell them if you want a window seat or an aisle. So hope you had a little laugh with me. Those of us in the know that have been on the road, we know there's so much more I'm not even talking about. You can't pack a whole lot of stuff. It's a one suitcase kind of deal, not the big old one, like the medium one. And sometimes a carry-on is going to have to do, depending on the size of the band and the size of the tour. If you want to go out on the road with them, always check the size of their pet. There you go. So thank you as usual to everybody getting to the end of the episode. Hope you had a good laugh. Like I said, these 3 little books that I have on, they're in my link tree as well. But they're just a giggle. They're just a laugh. They're just fun. But there's a lot of truth to them as well. So, all right, tell me what you think down in the description. Tell me some things that you figured out on the road, ladies, or other questions you want to know about being on the road. So go down in the comments. Let's have a talk about it. And for those of you just hanging up in the nosebleeds, just kind of wandering, for the people just kind of hanging out by the backstage gates, wanting to come back. Hit that subscribe. Hit the bells. Become a member. Get down in the comments. Let's have a conversation. Let's bond. Let's get the connection going. Hit the subscribe, hit the bells. And everybody, we'll see you next time on Cocktails Rocktails. Cheers, big ears. Not leaving you a little bit awkward at all.